What is true? What is true? What is true? True is love.
Don't laugh at me.
It's your show. Yeah, start the show off. They're supposed to hear from you first.
Oh. Hello and welcome to another episode of Truth, Honesty, and Transparency. I'm here getting myself together, but thank you all for tuning in. And today we're going to do a repeat, rewind, reverb, the triple R's. Whew. We're going to talk about insecurities again. And thank you so much. I have my regular co-host here, which is a great thing. Yeah.
You know what?
What?
I don't know what you did to the intern, but why did you scare the intern that he won't even look at you no more? What did you do to the intern?
Thank you. I didn't do anything. I was just me. I was myself.
How are we going to get these college credits away if you keep scaring away the interns?
Can I get a new one? That one was defective.
I'm done. No more jokes.
What?
No more jokes about that.
I made you stop? What I do?
Yeah. You made me. Literally, you made me stop.
What did I do? You started.
Look, somebody got to have the brakes in this relationship. I'm full brakes.
You didn't break. You to the whole.
No.
Ripped the entire braking mechanism out of that.
Daggone right. All stop.
I'm talking about you put all points bullets in.
All stop.
You literally just Gandalf me. You will not pass.
You can't just see.
I did. I just stole that from you. I sure did.
That's fact. You know what? That's all right though. That's all right.
I did, but I used it better.
No, you didn't. Anyway.
What's
going on, Miss Lena? What's up, y'all? Double the shenanigans tonight. You know what? We came in hot.
Oh man, I've been running. It's like I just had to deal with the situation at work. You know, everybody, which kind of leads into what when we talk about insecurities. What I do find is sometimes my presence and my voice and who I am brings out people's level of insecurities in certain areas of their life. And I don't get that. I literally don't understand that.
You know what? Ironically enough, Lena, who is our associate producer to Blast, she was quoting on Facebook one of our hopeful future guests who will remain nameless for the moment. But he made a post that said, some people get upset because their titles don't carry the same weight as your influence.
At all.
And I feel like that sums up insecure people. That, you know, you have a lot of times, like when you're in business, you're in the corporate world, the people who normally lead off with their MBA or they lead off with their doctorate or they lead off with their degree, those are probably the ones that are questioning why they're there. Yes. Or they don't feel like they need to be there. And they're trying to justify it by throwing a degree at you.
I'm like, okay, and what the hell does that mean? Because just because you got a degree, where's the experience and knowledge that follows that? Because I'm not seeing it.
Right.
It's in a clear coated paint.
Yeah, KQ. That is the clue to our future guest. But yeah, so we're talking about insecurity. Yes. I had to look up. I went to the website choosingtherapy.com. Shout out to them if they ever hear this. and they had a what
What
is
the hell?
the what just happened? Did I headbutt my own? I think I
I don't
headbutted
know.
my microphone. What's
I
wrong?
don't. Am I not here? Because I can't see us anymore.
See you where?
Like my screen. Look, don't my damn inability to work my computer, and I'm in IT is horrible. Kick me out so I can come back in.
Wait a minute.
This is ridiculous.
Okay, hold on.
This is
Better.
hold on. I'm coming back. Can you hear me?
Yeah. And we can see you.
Really? Why
Yeah.
can't I see? Why am I in here twice? Hello? Okay,
Yeah, we
I
can
hear-
see. Yeah. What are you doing?
I'm trying to get it out. I got two me's and I'm echoing. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Still echoing.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, we are experiencing some technical difficulties and we will be right back. This is what happens when you mistreat the intern. Stuff just starts to happen. We can hear you now.
Okay, but I have an echo because it's two of me's at the bottom. Can you see both of me?
Yeah.
So I don't know how to get rid of one of me.
Somebody said lay off the edibles.
I didn't do it today. Okay, I can't do this because I hear me talking to me outside of my head.
So how about we do this? We're going to take a 60-second pause.
Okay.
We're going to let you get reset, okay?
Okay.
So we're going to go ahead and let you deal with that.
But I don't know how to get back in. What the hell? We're doing this way.
You should be good now.
Do you see me?
Yes.
You can hear me, but I can't see us anymore. That's the problem. I don't know where I don't know. I don't know where we are.
Do you
on
have
my screen?
Do you have the tab pulled up?
This is ridiculous. But just go ahead, because if you can see me, can you see? You can see me,
Yeah,
but I can't
can see you. Yeah, you can't see me.
No. And
Now
if
you
I
can.
enter the studio again, so kick me out so I can come back in, please.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and kick you out again.
Yes, all the way out.
You want me to kick you all the way out?
Like exit, like leave, make me leave the actual broadcast. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
It's still two of me. This is ridiculous. And now the problem is when I'm talking, the echo sounds real slow.
Okay, so here's what we're gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
So, ladies and gentlemen, what we're gonna do, we're gonna give Kelja about 5 minutes to reboot her computer all the way, and we're just gonna work this out. This is what happens. Live streaming. We'll be right back.
Okay, I'm back. It's just one of me now. I had to close the whole damn thing down. This is ridiculous. Go ahead and laugh. You're muted. You're muted.
It's not funny when I'm out here swimming by myself, so you know it ain't
But
funny.
you were literally just out there for. I put you out there for like 7 minutes.
Exactly. the amount of
Sorry.
time you know what I mean?
I apologize. It won't happen again. I don't know what I did to make it do that, but I promise you I won't do that again.
Bad karma. Don't mistreat the intern. And
What?
don't even say nothing. Don't even do it. Don't do it. Don't do
So-
it. Because I saw the wrinkles in your face like a Klingon. Don't do it. Don't you do it.
Get mad at me because I have expectations and standards. That's not my fault. And I didn't mistreat the intern. I was honest with the intern. That's something totally different. So don't do that.
Anyway.
But back to the topic, I apologize for the technical difficulty, the user error on my part, because that was all me. Now let's get back to the topic of insecurities, which they run deep. So the thing of it is to understand self-insecurities and insecurities that stem from a situation.
You're right. And here's the thing. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna read the American Psychological Association definition of insecurity. It says that it's multifaceted. It pertains to the overall sense of uncertainty or anxiety about your worth, abilities, skills, and value as a person, conveying the message that you are at risk or in danger of something or someone. That negative impact of insecurity could be physical, mental, emotional, and without that security, you feel like you can't accomplish full trust or function at your fullest potential. So that is the Psychological Association's definition of insecurity. And what you were talking about, the forms of insecurity, we have relationship insecurities, social insecurity, body image insecurity, job insecurity, and basic need insecurity. That situation.
But okay, I guess body would be self.
Body image.
Social, yes, and self and social would be self. When you have that social anxiety level of insecurities.
Well, you know what? I think if you look at, like for what they're talking about, social insecurity is a lack of confidence in one's own ability to do well and succeed in social settings. And to be honest, I think I've experienced that before, believe it or not. Mm-hmm. But the pandemic kind of intensified that because I had a fear of getting around people or getting sick. You know what I mean?
Oh, yes, I did too. Well, it's mainly because of my asthma. I already have my lungs working against me, so
right.
I didn't need to go. I didn't need to go compound that with COVID. Right. However, I'm trying to think. Have I ever been? I have never been insecure in a social situation. I've been over it and left, but insecure about my abilities, no. Because if I'm ever put in a situation where I don't know, I don't get insecure about it. What I do is empower myself to ask those critical questions and follow-up questions so I can know. Or on my own time, I will go, and do the research to find out as much as I can so I can follow the conversation and still fill in the blanks of things that I don't know.
Right. So what they say is that someone who is suffering from social insecurity, they appear awkward. They may say things that are hurtful or inappropriate. They feel like they're not being smart enough to contribute to a conversation, or they just don't understand the jokes. And I've been in situations where the talk of the room was above my pay grade. Right. But I think with my personality, it is at that point it's kind of game on. But for maybe about a good 30-40 seconds before that other dude kicks in, it's like, wow, why am I here? I remember going to a medical conference as someone's plus one, and everybody's in there talking about MCAT scores and talking about doctor stuff or whatever they were talking about. And here I am, I'm a musician. So what am I doing in here? So that's an example.
But
what about you?
But that's being self-aware. Not so much as I mean, to me, I don't contribute that, or I don't see it as social insecurities.
Mm-hmm.
I just see it that this is not my depth. So, but it didn't make you feel less than or inferior. You just knew that wasn't for you.
You know,
or did
and I think for, like I said, about maybe 30 or 45 seconds, I probably felt like a fish out of water. I literally do not belong here. And like I said, it takes a minute for that other dude to kick in. But at least then, now it's a little different. You know, in my 20s, because I didn't really know myself at that point, it took a while. Now, you know, I'm good anywhere. So let's go with let's see. Yeah, that part, D-Ray. COVID made me hunker down hard, and I'm super extrovert. Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Because I consider myself an extrovert with introverted tendencies.
Same.
Because, yeah, I was explaining to you the other day, I am a social person, but I hate socializing.
Yeah.
I'm a people person, but ask me if I like people.
Right.
You know, I like to have conversations, but sometimes I just be wanting to tell people to shut the entire fuck up. Not half, not a piece, not even a percentage. Just shut the entire whole fuck up. Yeah.
So let me ask you this. Are you the type of person that when you're with your significant other, it is enough for them to just be in the same room, but we don't necessarily have to be engaged in something? Just the fact that you're there, I know you're there, but you could be over there doing whatever you do. I could be over here doing what I'm doing. And that is all the right. That makes everything right in the world.
Okay. Lena, you're going to have to explain that part. Me being an ambivert.
Ambivert.
Yes. So, yes, I'm okay with the comfortable silence. We don't always have to talk and try to entertain each other because we both have things to do. So as long as I'm sharing a space, I'm okay. I don't have to share a space and be in your space to be content. I'm literally okay with that because besides, half of the time I want to be left the hell alone anyway. So being with someone who actually values their space as much as I do, then I'm literally okay with that.
Right.
Like, I love it when someone says, you know, I gotta have my space. I'm like, shit, me too. Well, how much space do you need? Because, like, I'm okay with, you know how to say that if you can go a whole day without texting your mate, then it's something wrong. That's not really where you. So I'm without communicating. Okay, I know who I am. You know who you are. If this is where we want to be, like, it doesn't have to be constant communication.
Right.
It doesn't have to be, because that will get on my damn nerves. That doesn't make me insecure because someone needs their space. I'm the hell okay with that. Please take it.
Right. So you more along the lines of, I don't necessarily have to talk to you all day, but just a text saying, hey, how you doing? I was thinking of you. And we keep it moving. You know, that's enough.
That is enough for me because you thought about me. When you thought about me, you acted on it, and there we go.
And ambivert, it means that you're both extroverted and introverted. I am as well, but I am way more extrovert.
Yeah, so to me, I'm that person that if you invite me somewhere, the first thing that's going to come out of my mouth is how many people is going to be there and who's coming.
Right.
Because I really and truly, I have to be in the mood to meet new people.
I can see that.
I have to be in the mood to literally engage with people. It's just like when I go to work, I know I have to, so I turn that on. Right. But on my own time, I don't want to. And me being like that has made people insecure who was actually dealing with me. Like, we were in a relationship and they wanted to go out, and I'm like, go out and have fun, do what you do. I don't feel like it today. And so that made them think that put who I am, put them in a position to be insecure about our situation.
I could see that. Once again, though, excuse me, boy, I shouldn't have drank that Pepsi. But yeah, I could see that. I could see how if you are involved or you're dating someone who is insecure and they're using you as their lifeline, or they are trying to define themselves through you, then that can be a little taxing. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, I don't need to hear from you today. I don't need to hear from you until later on. So,
yes.
Let's see. What did Lena just say? You're always one more than the other. I'd wager you're more introverted. In my layman opinion, no ABCs in my title. LOL.
Well, that's the thing. I guess I am, because I'm one of those person you ask me to go somewhere and either I'll tell you no or maybe. But if I say maybe, it's 9 times out of 10 I'm not showing up.
Right.
Or even I'll say I'm coming and then I literally struggle with myself to give myself a good reason not to go. However, when I do go, I do have fun. However, it's just actually, sometimes I don't want to get up and put freaking clothes on. I don't want to I'll go through all the rigmarole of taking another shower, because I've already took one when I came home from work, but I gotta take another shower, find clothes, put clothes on. I don't want to do that. It's too much. It's too much.
Right.
And especially if something is starting late. If they say we're gonna be there by 10, I'm not being there at all.
Yeah. The longer in the tooth I get, the more I realize that I'm not for them streets after about 11 or 12 o'clock.
But that's another thing. And then the way that I ask my questions, because I ask thought-provoking questions all the time. Sometimes, people's like, you just put me on the spot. Like, how the hell did I put you on the spot when I'm asking questions about you? Don't you know you?
A lot of people don't. Because
I asked a friend of mine once, like, he's in the military and he's close to retirement. So I asked him, yes, she can ask one.
Okay.
But so I asked him, well, what are you going to do after this? He had no clue. I'm like, do you even know yourself? He was like, no, I'm trying to figure it out, because who I thought I was and what I thought I wanted, as I sit down with myself and contemplate more, I have a long list of things that I'm insecure about, and they have projected through my relationships. It's a lot of issues, abandonment issues and things that he was dealing with. So he was like, I'm trying to work on all of this, trying to find my place within me. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. My sister is 20 years retired military, and she went through that same thing, because it's really a whole new world the day after you stop being a soldier,
because you don't have that level of structure anymore. And if you did that for 20 years, when you're going to wake up, what time is lunch, someone is giving you your orders and what you have marching orders. So you have all of that. You have all of that, and to have that level of strict structure, to go to like, okay, now I have to decide what it is that I do.
And if you think about it, like we all know that unfortunately you are a Philadelphia Eagles fan.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
And
we're not gonna have it. We're not gonna do this right now.
You rep a fucking stinky ass bumblebee.
I'm just saying. Anyway,
bumblebees.
Y'all threw rocks at Santa Claus. God is not happy with y'all. But anyway, no, we're not gonna do this today. So
he was insecure about his manhood. Santa Claus.
Just stop it. What I was getting at was, NFL players have to deal with that situation too, because if you think about it, most NFL players have been playing football since they were, 5 or 6 years old.
Well, you can say that for all professional sports, because
but there's some that can last longer than others. Like, if you're a golfer, and long as you you stay in shape, you can pretty much play golf until you die. You might just join the senior tour or whatever. But if you're like someone like Tiger Woods, who you've had a lot of injuries, you might need to stop.
Okay, so I have to ask, how the hell do you get? I can see you injuring a rotator cuff because you're swinging, but how do you get knee injuries in a slow pace, boring sport as in golf? What knee shit are you doing?
Here's your problem. Here's your problem. You need to go to Top Golf. You need to go to the driving range, and you really need to try golf, because I guarantee you would love it.
I know. I have went to Top Golf. That is for fun, but you didn't answer my question.
The question
how do you
is,
injure your knees?
Yeah, because the way that you swing the ball and the way that you're carrying the weight,
it should be your hips. It should be your hips.
But you still got to bend your knees.
Okay, I still don't understand how you get that one fluid motion. I can understand your rotator cuffs, but hey, I don't play the sport. It was just a question. So if anyone has anything to tell me how that happens, please, that actually plays, not you. Not you. You can't do it. I need someone that's going to.
What time is it? Because we need a hard reset.
But Lena said she wanted us to ask us the question.
No, she gonna do that. She gonna do that after the blast artist of the week.
Okay, well, we have 4 minutes.
We need a hard reset, because the one thing that I noticed about you.
What I do?
I'm gonna tell you what you do. When your eye do this, I'm gonna try to do it. When your eye does this, when one gets big and one slants. Yeah, that right there. You see it? You see what just happened? I'm almost positive it's the evil forces of the universe done tapped you on the shoulder and say it.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm a sweetheart. I am. I don't care if you looking at me like that. I am a sweetheart when I want to be. Right now, I don't want to be.
Okay, I'm gonna turn the music back on.
Because I what?
I had to hear that without the music.
What?
That you're a sweetheart. That right now you just don't want to be. I'm gonna put that in the song. Oh Lord!
She's putting her AP hat on. I'm just saying I am a sweetheart, but what I'm saying is, because I am who I am, and my level of sometimes delivery,
right,
my tone, and how I structure my sentences. I mean, someone has told me, but let me ask you this: does insecurity, the person that's insecure, does that also cross the line over to being intimidated?
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. In my humble opinion, a person who is insecure about who they are, what their abilities are, what their skill level is, what their skill set is, they're going to always be intimidated by someone who gives the appearance of having it together. Right? So someone who
Thank you, Lena.
What did she just say?
She said she likes.
Don't nobody care. This show ain't nails, transparency, and whatever.
She said she liked my hair too, so
she ain't say nothing about the hair neither.
Yes, she did. It was at the top. So go ahead with your soliloquy.
I forgot what I was gonna say. Anyway, no, but yeah, that always leads to intimidation, and a lot of times the person who is the one that is not intimidated sometimes is through no fault of their own. Now there are some people who relish intimidating other people.
Yeah, but then that shows a sign of insecurity within yourself.
Absolutely.
Because if you have to step on someone in order to shine, then you're lacking something, fundamentally lacking something and defective.
I agree.
Because I have had to tell this girl this before. She was like, you can come off intimidating. I was like, I would be I am not intimidating just because someone is intimidated. That's no fault of my own, because I am who I am, period.
Right.
So
that's actually a sign of maturity, really. And maybe we should explore the difference between insecurity and just being immature. Are they one and the same, or are they different? Because you can just be immature and not really know yourself. And it might look like you're just being insecure, but really you're just immature. You just don't know yourself.
I believe that an immature person is the one that actually does the immature misunderstood person is the one that actually tries to be purposely intimidating.
Now that makes good sense.
Yes, because I mean, if you think about it, it's like you have to be as a mature person, you know when to engage and when to disengage. You know when to literally confront someone and when to walk away, because you gauge, is it really worth that level of energy?
Right.
But a level of insecurity and immaturity going into one literally creates those opportunities of buffoonery.
That is very profound. That was almost a mic drop. And we have gone over our time, but right now it's time for the Blast Artist of the Week. Chicalana with Locura from Blast Music 247.
Tú entiendes mi locura, no le creo que a mí me lo jura. No le voy a dejar caer a esta altura, mami, como roca, tu estatura. Tú entiendes mi locura, no le creo que a mí me lo jura. No le voy a dejar caer a esta altura, mami, como roca, tu estatura. Somos locos los dos, chingamos como otros, mientras nuestros labios comparten microbios. Eres mía, obvio, tu alma gemela soy yo. Vivo en una nota con un chin de tu boca. Se siente más caliente cuando tiene menos ropa. Se nota en sus ojos como conmigo flota. Tanto dio la gota en la copa hasta que la dejó rota. El que se aferra pierde, aceptemos la derrota. El amor es de esas cosas que cuando toca, Cupido mueve foca. La dejaste loca porque mi flecha la flechó. En su pecho se le echó, la indirecta la cachó. En mi cama ella cayó, ella dándome las gracias y yo se las doy a Dios. Su corazón estaba roto y con tu y eso me lo dio. Desde que le empecé a darle ese booty más le creció. La única que desde cero conmigo se la bebió. Me vio en mi peor momento y se quedó. Mi problema interno con un beso lo arreglo. Sabe parar el tiempo y ese tiempo en mi mente se grabó. Cuando quiera la tiento y si la tiento confía que peco. Entiendes mi locura, no le creo que a mí me lo jura. No le voy a dejar caer a esta altura, mami, como roca, tu estatura. Tú entiendes mi locura, no le creo que a mí me lo jura. No le voy a dejar caer a esta altura, mami, como roca, tu estatura. Versículos bíblicos dicen que comernos antes de casarnos es pecado. Yo me acuerdo me tenías pálido. A mí siempre me tienta lo inválido. De que lo tratamos, pero no duró. Pidiéndome el trato después de que el blon evaporó. Ella es de las que grajea en los semáforos. Cuando llegó a mi vida la ansiedad me la calmó. Hey, corazón de mármol, todo mi sistema gira en torno a ti porque tú brillas como el sol. Qué rico es tener sexo contigo bajo efectos del alcohol. A veces quiere que te chinga, a veces que te dé el amor. Tengo fe que como usted envejeceré de social nunca pararé, porque todos tus sueños te los cumpliré. Cuando ve y me haga yo cuanto quieras te daré. Mientras ellos multiplican, mami, yo triplicaré. De ti yo me enamoré, por eso a todas las ignoro. Tú me haces brillar como los diamantes le hacen al oro. Que me tire la que quiera, acá ninguna la ocurre. En mi peor momento me dejaron solo, pero tú nunca te fuiste y esa mierda la valoro. Si muero y reencarno de ti vuelvo y me enamoro más. Ella es una estrella y en el récord de mi corazón yo la tengo firmada. La compatibilidad la tenemos elevada. Empezó en curiosidad, pero terminó moja. El plombo por la mitad, pero prendí otro más. Baby, si tú me comparas, resalto entre los demás. Lo que va a pasar, pasará.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. That was Chicalana with Locura. He and a lot of other artists are on blastmusic247.com. If you are an independent content creator, musician, stand-up comedian, playwright, you name it, Go by blastmusic247.com, fill out a free profile, and hey, let's see what we can do to get your art out there. Blast Music 247, changing the industry one artist at a time. And we're back.
Yes, we are. So, Miss Lena, if you're still there, go ahead and ask your question.
But yeah, while she's doing that, while she's preparing that,
yes, go back to what we said about the buffoonery.
No, we're not going to go back to the buffoonery. I like what you said, but how about we present some solutions to insecurity? Oh boy. Before I post this, I'm gonna give some top 3 ways to address your insecurity should you find that you have some or have it. Number 1, acknowledge the role of insecurity in your daily life. You can't fix insecurity if you deny that you're insecure.
So you have to identify.
You have to at least say, you know what, I'm feeling insecure about that.
But that's the thing. But I believe it's like first you have to identify, then acknowledge.
I feel you. Because then that's what the second one says. You have to fully assess the source of the insecurity. Yes. Where is it coming from? And then you got to openly communicate the insecurity concerns.
Okay, so but with the problem with that, that puts everybody is shudders at this word. However, expressing things like that puts you in a position to be very vulnerable.
Absolutely.
And most people shy away from that. However, at the same time, you are doing yourself an injustice because you're not getting the necessary help that you need.
Here's my theory. If you can't find anybody to trust, go pay somebody that you can trust. Go find a therapist. Go find someone that their job is to be trustworthy.
I was going to be a therapist.
Number 4, focus on. I'm just going to move on past that one. Focus on the positives. And I'm going to finish this list out. Take care of your physical health, accept your limitations and celebrate your differences, and pursue professional care. I just said that.
And I just said that I was going to be a therapist.
We've had this conversation before, and I am not sure we want to reveal why you weren't a therapist.
It's
okay. Trying real hard to skirt off of this one and not burn up in the atmosphere.
Just say it was not for me. How about that?
Yeah. Well, you know what? On that we can't agree. All right, so let's get to this and that from our associate producer. This goes out to the Princess Goddess. This or that. What would be worse for you? Being around someone who excites you with conversation, activity, etc., but is morally bankrupt and challenges your spiritual goals, or someone who offers bland conversation and activities of that ilk, but inspires you to work harder? If you must choose, and why? That's a difficult one.
It is, because I got to get into astrology. I'm Gemini. Gemini is ruled by Mercury. Mercury is the planet of conversation and communication. So this right here is very hard because the bland conversation one will bore the shit out of me.
Right.
Like for real. Well, we already know that. We already know that part.
Just stop that. Okay.
This is personal. I'm talking about me. While you talking about just move on. However, what I can't do is be around an energy vampire that is going to put me in I don't care how great the conversation is. I can be around someone that's more morally sound. We just won't talk as much. And you inspire me to do better, and you are literally put me in a position to be my best self. I would prefer that than someone I can converse with about a number of things that has a vast conversational range but it's something wrong with you. You don't have a moral compass. And if you're going to challenge who I am and shift my spirit, then you're not good for me. I don't give a damn how great the conversation is. Now you're a grifter.
That's interesting.
I would take the latter. I would take boring Bentley, who inspires me.
Boring Bentley, who inspires. I am so afraid of what this and that is going to be for me.
For you.
Yeah. So.
Well, what some Black Sheep said it best. You can get with this, so you can get with that.
You are not old enough to know what Blackstreet said. Black Sheep. I'm not even trying to understand how you know that.
Engine number. I got older cousins.
Okay. So while she said I would not expect that, good answer.
Because even though I will explain the reason why I get it. As I said, because I'm a conversationalist, most people would think I would go that way. But however, me staying true to me and being able to look in the mirror and being able to sleep, knowing that I have caused no one any wrong, I can go with a boring Bentley with a good moral compass and has a good stance on his direction and has my best interest at heart instead of someone that is trying to screw me over. And to screw me over is to put me in a position to do some freaked up stuff.
So let me ask you this, to expound on this question while our producer tries to put me in the grinder next. 20 years ago, would your answer be the same?
No.
And what happened?
No, it would not have been the same because of that same reason. Right. I literally had to realize who I was and become grounded. See, I was good with the good conversationalist and a person that, because that was me, the gift for gab and the words. However, I did have a moral compass. However, I was not that person. I was that person that she gonna do what she wants to do. It doesn't matter, not actually being a good friend. However, I saw how that itself can be detrimental to a person with whom you care about. You can't just, to be a good friend, you have to call people out on their shit.
Right.
And I wasn't doing that. And I was like, that's not my responsibility. But to call yourself someone's friend comes with a level of responsibility. Even though we're all adults.
Right. I can see that.
Ladder I would have and wouldn't have gave two shits about it. That'd be like,
I don't know though about the boring Bentley thing though. I don't know. I'm not gonna sit there and dispute you because you know you better than you know you. So but it's kind of that whole thing of with a boring Bentley. If you're not a boring person, how long would it take for that to get old?
Very much so. It wouldn't take that long. But however, what I can do, but because I'm going to go back to astrology, because I'm a mutable sign, what I would find is something. We have to be able to relate on something. So whatever we have in common, that is what we will talk about until it runs out. Because an entomologist once, person that studies bugs. I knew what that was. No, but you did, but maybe the viewers didn't know.
Oh, okay. I was being
so it wasn't for you. It wasn't for you.
I was being insecure. I'm sorry.
Okay. Okay. I have no interest in bugs. However, at the same time, that I am a good conversationalist. In order to be that, you have to be a great listener too.
Right.
So I sat there for 30 minutes and listened to my little cousin talk about freaking bugs. He was interested. I wasn't.
Right.
But however, I did ask the questions to make him appear that I'm interested. So I know how to do that too.
Right.
I know how to make you appear that I'm interested in I've heard every damn thing you said, but did something else. And I know when to interject the right. Okay. Really? No. The fuck? No, they didn't.
Go ahead. What is it? Okay. What's up? Shut up. Anyway, Okay, so she has my question.
Okay.
D-Ray, the producer, this or that. What is more annoying, ingratitude or arrogance?
But let me ask this. Wouldn't that be a culmination of both?
Not necessarily,
Okay.
because you can have someone who is very, very humble and who is doesn't show gratitude.
And I
You know what
hate
I mean?
that. Okay, so you go ahead because it's your
Yeah. And so the ingratitude part is annoying to me more than anything, because both of them are going to lead to violations of the golden rule. At some point it's going to come back on, and both of them. But the ingratitude part, that to me is kind of like, I don't know. That rubs me the wrong way. Arrogance I can deal with. I'm in the music business. I've been around athletes a large part of my life. I can deal with arrogance. That's not a big deal. People have accused me. Yeah, people have accused me of being arrogant. That's fine. But at the end of the day, it is really all about showing gratitude to not only to whoever helped you get to where you're going, but to whatever you might believe in that created you, showing gratitude to that, And so yeah, I hate people who don't show gratitude. So that would be my pick.
Yeah, so what I am somewhat the same way, because I know me. I know when I'm being arrogant on purpose. I know when I'm being condescending. But one thing that I have never been, and I know when I'm being an asshole, but one thing I have never been was ungrateful.
Really?
And not appreciative. What?
Really?
I know when I'm being an asshole. Yeah, which is the majority of the time, but I'm okay with that.
You just say it so matter of factly. Yeah. So what? Man. Oh boy, that's funny.
You said really like I didn't know what I was saying. I knew exactly what I was saying. You just needed me to acknowledge that I know it's the majority of the time. Sure, I'm okay with that. It's fine. It's fine. It's not that bad. I mean, not for me.
So while somebody else is locking and loading another question, do you find that
I'm listening.
Your arrogance is almost like putting on your superhero costume?
Me?
Almost like,
no.
The difference, because sometimes I feel like I have to wear my arrogance, like, for lack of a better term, like Batman, because I have to view myself, especially if I'm dealing with an insecure day, or if I'm going through whatever I'm going through, I have to make a clear separation between Bruce Wayne and Batman. You know what I mean? Like there are days that Danny doesn't want to leave the house, but D-Ray, the producer, got stuff to do today.
I know. I totally get that. And I honestly feel you, because but the thing of it is that when I'm being arrogant, it's gonna be an air of condescension there. So, but it's not so much as a shield. I do it on purpose. When I'm being arrogant, that's literally to put someone, I've done it in an instance to literally let someone know you don't know as much as the hell do you think you know.
Right.
But I do. I know that and this and all that around. So that is where I do it. And it's literally so, because they have egg on their face or to crack their face. It's a purpose behind it.
Yeah, because there have been times, and I'm pretty sure there have been times, especially in your line of work, where you already have the answer. You already know the answer. But there have been people that have made a concerted effort to not get that knowledge from you. And so now you have a choice. Going back to my friend Batman, who would always say, I ain't got to kill you, but I ain't got to save you neither.
No, I don't. You're going to kill yourself.
You get what I'm saying? So it's like, that part of, you know, you want to play, let's play.
Shit,
So,
I've told people, you'll die waiting on me. You will die waiting on me. The hell if I pick up shit, you said you got it, so get it.
right.
Do
Right.
do it, because I've had someone do that before. She asked me about a process.
Mm-hmm.
However, and I laid it out for you, and I asked, well, when you get to that part, do you want me to speak to it? And she was like, sure. But when we got to that part, she literally tried. She tried to repeat what I said verbatim. However, just because you get the perimeter of it, you're not going to have the area, let alone the outliers that come with it. You don't know anything about the run rate. You have no idea what goes into this process. However, when she looked at me, she was like, I'll let Kimberly take it from here. I'll let Kelja take it from here. I'll let Kelja take it from here. And I looked at her. I was like, no, that's okay. You got it.
You know, first of all,
my thing of it is, it's the lie for me. You said you wanted me to speak on it. However, when we got there and I was prepared, you don't put me in a position to be embarrassed. Because what I will do is literally hang your ass out to dry. No, you got it. And she couldn't speak to
absolutely.
like, bitch, don't play with me. You have no idea the evil villain that's inside of me.
You know, this is really, really akin to a conversation I was having with our producer, and she told me a story. Shout out to Lena once again. She told me a story about Picasso, and I hope I'm gonna get this right because she only said it once, and so get it from my memory. Said Picasso was sitting down writing, drawing something, and someone walked up and said, "Hey, that's great. How long did it take you to do that?" And Picasso looked up and was like, about 30 seconds, whatever. I need that. I want that. How much is it? Picasso said, it's not for sale. I'm just messing around, whatever. No. And the guy was like, no, seriously, I need that. I want that. And he said 2 million lira or whatever the monetary term was, which would come out to about maybe $2,000. And the guy was like, wait a minute. You just said that you were just messing around and it only took you 30 seconds to do this. Why are you asking for $2,000?
That doesn't mean
it said, but hold on. Literally, Picasso looks at the guy and says, actually, it took me 30 years to do this. Now, what's the moral of that story? The moral of that story is my experience, my trial and error, my training, all of the stuff that comes about that get me to this point that I can come up with a solution or come up with something tangible in 30 seconds. That comes with the price. And a lot of times what people want to do, they want to ride your coattail and say like, hey, D-Ray, I want to produce music like you. Show me how to produce. Well, I'm not going to do that.
You can pay me. However, but I get what you're saying. Right. I don't care how, but that goes to their level of insecurities.
Right.
You want me to minimize and lower my worth just because you believe. You're looking at the timeline that it took for me to create this, not everything that was invested in me and everything that I invested in myself in order for me to get to this level for me to do that.
Right. All right. This one's gonna take us on out of here. This or that. How would you both handle an insecure person in your friend, whatever work circle, who has shown themselves to try and dim your shine, even though you know they're insecure and this is just how they operate with everyone? Would you A, cut them off completely, B, spend less time with them, or C, seek revenge?
Mine is A, because B and C, to do B, just spending less time with them, they're still that person.
Right.
And that negativity and that energy is still going to permeate you regardless of what it is, because she's going to shift you.
Right.
To seek revenge, that's just take too much effort, and I don't have time. Like I've told people before, if I sit down and map it out, you want to fuck up a moment. However, I fuck up your whole life. Period. So to keep me from tapping into the demon goddess, I just choose to just cut your ass off. It's not worth all of that. It takes less time to cut you off than for me to sit and plot or for me to speak positivity back in me just from spending the amount of time with you that I do. Because then when you go home, you got to shift yourself. That energy follows you. And I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. Now you got me all discombobulated and living in the upside down. I'm not about to do that shit. And you?
I'm going to say A, but
sprinkle of C.
But look, I'm a Libra, right? And the one thing you got to know about Libras, if you don't know, we don't have to take time to plot. We've already come up with a plan.
But see, my thing of it is I get you, because with me being a Gemini, I've already noticed all your weak spots.
Exactly.
All those points of where if I apply a little pressure, that you don't crumble. That's why I said, you want to fuck up a moment, try to be out kiki ha bitch behind the scenes. I've already demised and obliterated your fucking life. When you go home, that house will no longer be yours. So I try to tell people, you don't understand, your level of insecurities will have your ass homeless, jobless, with no goddamn car. You will be started back from day one, from birth, with nothing. Okay?
Yeah.
So don't play with me. Don't play with my evil ways. I've had that bitch locked in the dungeon forever.
Okay, wait. I'm gonna have to do our producer's advice. The views and opinions expressed by Kelja on this show do not necessarily reflect those of Blast Media or Blast Incorporated.
Okay, not Blast Media, but some of Blast personnel.
And look, and don't incriminate yourself neither. Make sure you check the statute of limitation before you get too truthful up in here. So, but
right.
Yeah,
this is what this is about. I don't understand half fucking truths. That's a lie.
Yeah, I get you. I believe that. I agree.
And like I said, omission that creates a level of betrayal is still a fucking lie, and that's some dirty shit. But that speaks to someone's character. However, I do realize that most insecure people will plot on your downfall and celebrate your failures.
That is the absolute truth. That's the absolute truth. And I think
because I've seen it.
Yeah, go ahead.
I've had a cousin that literally told me that after I broke up with, not the last relationship, but my first long-term relationship, she literally told me that's why I fell on my face, because I think I'm better than everyone. And I told her, no, I don't think I'm better than anyone. I think I'm better than this fucking conversation, and I'm better than to interact with you. But that doesn't mean I'm better than you. I just know me enough not to engage in your bullshit. I'm just not about to do that. So you can think whatever the hell it is that you want to think, and that is fine. But because you said that lets me know. And I told her this. I was like, well, shit. If that pissed you off and celebrated you, then my next move is gonna put you 6 feet under, bitch, because you're gonna die. Shit. You're about to go night, bitch.
Man,
my cousin is not an ass. She ain't shit. It's what she is.
Yeah.
She's just not. And my thing of it is, and don't get me wrong, she's very much so. She's smart and very capable, but highly lazy. So you get mad because someone else put in the time and effort to not do that. How does my success make you insecure? That doesn't make sense. This is my shit.
30-second answer.
Yes.
Do you think insecurity breeds laziness? Or does laziness breed insecurity?
What I believe is a level of self-doubt breeds insecurity. And with that, you will wallow in that shit instead of actually formulating a plan. That is, instead of not formulating a plan, that is what breeds the laziness in that area. People say they want to work out, but you don't work out. So now you're being lazy, but yet you're going to still complain. But you're still eating the same shit you were eating.
Right.
You say you want to go back to school, you want to do better, but yet I don't see you enrolling, and I don't seeing you put yourself on a higher plane or cutting certain things off that does not contribute to, the betterment of yourself. Right.
Say, I know a friend like that, blessed but lazy. Work yo, don't hate. Absolutely. Because
Okay,
when you know
I'll
when you
read
know
it.
your own lane, when you
Yes,
know your own lane and you know who you are, I ain't got to compare myself to nobody.
thank you. And I'm sorry, but it's nobody else can be me. It's just I. And shouldn't want to either. Shit. Because I asked my dad and my brothers how, because I was like, how would you feel if it was a twin me? And it was
But
like the
let me
fuck.
wait before you answer that. Can I cut the music? Because I need to hear
Yes.
this answer. What did they say?
The fuck is what they say. We wouldn't wish that on any goddamn body. Two of you and born on the same day, four of you terrorizing the goddamn world? No, thank you. I terrorized them enough in the house. So
That is
yeah.
hilarious. Okay, so we've
Yeah,
reached
I'm
our
like,
hour.
two of me. Wouldn't it be great to have two of me? You need to say yes. You should say
We have reached another episode of Truth, Honesty, Truth, Honesty, and Transparency. Kelja, the Princess Goddess, send us off with our last words for the week.
thank you so much again for tuning in for our latest episode titled Insecurity. So, what I would advise you is to actually sit down, have that internal battle with yourself, and find out what is preventing you from moving forward. Be it emotional insecurities, body image insecurities, social insecurities. Find your niche in what makes you great and capitalize on it. But get the necessary help that you need. Thank you so much for tuning in.
It's true. It's true. It's true. Truth is love.